Get ready, fight fans. We're diving headfirst into the biggest matchups and most explosive callouts in the world of combat sports. UFC London is bringing the heat with a featherweight clash you cannot miss between Lerone and Movsar Evloev. But that's not all. We've got a shocking challenge from an ex-teammate to Colby Covington, who's ready to settle a score. And we're breaking down Dustin Poirier's rejected boxing pitch and hearing from Michael Johnson after his latest UFC battle. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
UFC London's Featherweight Showdown, Murphy vs. Evloev. This Saturday, the O2 Arena in London erupts as UFC London takes center stage, but the real fireworks are reserved for the main event. Two of the absolute best featherweights on the planet, Lerone and Movsar Evloev, are set to collide in a highly anticipated 145-pound battle. This incredible matchup is the silver lining to Diego Lopes' unexpected title shot, offering fans a consolation prize of seeing two elite talents go head-to-head. The card features a mix of local talent, with 5 main card fights leading up to the main event. In the featherweight division, Luke Riley faces Michael Aswell. Riley, a young striker from Liverpool, showed promise in his UFC debut despite needing improvement on the ground, while Aswell brings solid boxing skills. Both fighters have a high percentage of wins by knockout, suggesting an explosive contest. Next, the welterweight bout between Michael Page and Sam Patterson. Page, at 38, has secured impressive wins against tough opponents, while Patterson is a solid prospect with finishing ability. Patterson may need to rely on his wrestling against the tricky striking of Page. In the light heavyweight division, Iwo Baraniewski, a young Polish finisher with judo background, takes on the more experienced Austin Lane, who has struggled in recent UFC outings. Baraniewski is expected to continue his impressive streak with another stoppage. The middleweight division features a clash between Roman Dolidze and Christian Leroy Duncan. Duncan is a fluid striker who has shown improvements in his grappling defense, while Dolidze is known for his dangerous ground game. Finally, in another featherweight contest, the undefeated Curtis Campbell makes his debut against Danny Silva. Campbell is an aggressive fighter with a well-rounded game, while Silva excels in boxing and volume striking. This fight is expected to be competitive, with Campbell potentially starting strong and Silva looking to take over as the fight progresses. Fans are buzzing about the main event, with many calling it a potential fight of the night. The outcome could significantly impact the featherweight division's landscape. Don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up. Next, we've got a former teammate calling out Colby Covington for a fight he can't refuse. Colby Covington called out by ex-teammate. Former teammate Santiago Ponzinibbio has issued a direct challenge to Colby Covington, stating he's ready to face him at UFC Freedom 250 or any other event. Ponzinibbio confidently declared he's beaten Covington in the gym multiple times and is eager to prove it again. Covington, who is hoping for a spot on a June 14th card at the White House, has been vocal about his desire for a fight, but Ponzinibbio believes Chaos is hesitant to face him directly. Ponzinibbio, who hasn't fought since May 2025 after being stopped by Daniel Rodriguez, is looking to get back into the win column. Covington's recent activity has been outside of MMA, competing in freestyle wrestling with the RAF promotion and set to face Dylan Danny's next. This callout adds another layer to Covington's future fight prospects, with fans eager to see if he accepts the challenge from his former training partner. Fans are debating whether this matchup would be exciting or if Covington will avoid it. But the callouts don't stop there. A UFC legend's big request was reportedly shot down by Dana White. Next, we're diving into Dustin Poirier's plans for the boxing ring and if they'll ever see the light of day. Dustin Poirier's boxing ambitions denied by Dana White. UFC legend Dustin Poirier has revealed that UFC chief Dana White rejected a proposal for him to compete in a high-profile boxing match under the Zuffa boxing banner. Poirier, who recently retired from MMA after his trilogy bout with Max Holloway at UFC 318, expressed his continued passion for combat sports and his desire to transition into boxing. He specifically pitched a crossover fight against Nate Diaz, suggesting a bout at welterweight or super middleweight. However, White and Zuffa Boxing reportedly want to be taken seriously by the boxing world and are hesitant to make crossover fights between MMA and boxing athletes. Poirier believes that opening this door could create a complex situation with many fighters on the UFC roster wanting similar opportunities. Despite the rejection, Poirier remains enthusiastic about the prospect of boxing professionally, describing a camp without grappling as smooth sailing. He is still technically under contract with the UFC. Meanwhile, Nate Diaz is preparing for his third boxing match against Mike Perry on May 16th. Poirier's fans are disappointed by the decision, while some analysts agree with White's strategy to maintain boxing's integrity. Still with the UFC, but shifting focus to a veteran fighter's resilience after a tough loss. Next, we're hearing directly from Michael Johnson about his future in the octagon after UFC 326. Michael Johnson vows to keep fighting after UFC 326 knockout. Despite a devastating second-round knockout loss to Drew Dober at UFC 326, veteran lightweight Michael Johnson is resolute in his decision to continue his fighting career. Johnson, who was winning on the scorecards before the stoppage, acknowledged a small mistake and admitted to getting too comfortable, leading to the decisive blow from Dober. He credited Dober for a well-executed fight and stated it was not a fluke. This loss snapped Johnson's three-fight winning streak, but the 39-year-old fighter expressed his determination to bounce back. He is looking for rematches, including one against Justin Gaethje, and is focused on the long term, declaring, "I'm not F***seeking leaving." Johnson admitted to feeling depressed and embarrassed initially, but has since refocused and is ready to get back to work. He believes in winning the war even after losing some battles. Fans are rallying behind Johnson, praising his fighting spirit and resilience. And that's a wrap on tonight's incredible fight news. Don't go anywhere, we've got a lightning round recap coming up right after this. We've seen Lerone Murphy and Movsar Evloev set to clash in a massive featherweight bout at UFC London. Colby Covington has been challenged by his ex-teammate Santiago Ponzinibbio, who's ready to settle things in the gym or the octagon. Dustin Poirier's pitch for a Zuffa Boxing crossover fight was reportedly turned down by Dana White. And Michael Johnson, despite a tough knockout loss, is determined to keep fighting and isn't going anywhere. Thanks for watching, fight fans. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more exclusive combat sports content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Follow us on all our social media platforms for behind-the-scenes action and more. We'll see you in the next one.